because, well, it's not just a fantasy setting. Half of the show takes place in the real world, our world, the world without magic. So, I guess you could say with that part, it's less of a fantasy show and more like a drama. But when the actual fairy tale part happens, then we just still have some fun. Like, say, stuff like Little Red Riding Hood being the big bad wolf. Yeah, she's a werewolf. Or dwarves being born with beards and being born like grown men coming out of eggs. Weird. And Rumpelstiltskin and is no longer just a dude who can turn straw into gold. He just is an extremely powerful being. And yeah. And he basically takes on the role of takes on the role of the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Hey, wasn't there a poster here? Yeah, probably not. So, anyway, the fantasy setting can give a lot of creative ideas. But as the show will go on, you can tell that a good chunk of those ideas are pretty much just someone's fanfic. Yeah. The show pretty much just turns into a fanfiction later on. So anyway, now let's talk about the effects. I don't feel like it's right to judge the effects for a TV show because it's a TV show. It obviously is not going to have as high of a budget as a feature film, but still, the CGI green screen backgrounds can be laughably hilarious sometimes. It was like, what is this, a PS2 game? No, wait, a PS1 game. PS1. Oh. The characters, well, a lot of them are characters that we all know. Like Snow White, Little Red Riding Hood, and the Seven Dwarfs, and Pinocchio, and Jiminy Cricket. But as the case with most of these fairy tale stuff nowadays, there's a spin. Like, say, Snow White is kind of awesome. She can kick some butt. Jiminy Cricket's just the same. As I mentioned earlier, Little Red Riding Hood is pretty much a werewolf, and she's older and sexy. Her grandmother's freaking awesome. And also, you have Pinocchio, who is perhaps the most interesting one. In the 18th episode, no, in the 20th episode, The Stranger, we see that he actually went through the wardrobe before Emma. It could take two. It was originally supposed to be just Pinocchio and Snow White, but Snow White gave birth before they were able to go through the tree. So Geppetto was like, "My boy, you have to go through. Even though the blue fairy said the Snow White and her need to go through, you need to go ahead and go in there. You can look after the child. Yes, I'm trusting a 7-year-old to look after a freaking newborn baby." It's a bit of a dumb move, Geppetto. So, I mean, I feel like you would still be with Pinocchio during the curse, I mean, you were still friends with Jiminy Cricket during the curse, so you could have at least have the baby be with her mother. Yeah. And Pinocchio just like, I haven't been a good boy, so I'm turning back into what? See? Now YouTube's gonna take down this video, I assume, because I'm showing lag. So, anyway, another interesting case is with the Mad Hatter. The Mad Hatter actually was trapped in Wonderland. He made a deal with the evil queen, and he was left there. And he managed to get to Wonderland because his hat was like a portal. And so, the Queen of Hearts basically told him to make the hat work. Of course, you need magic, and the Hatter don't got any magic. And in the curse, he's still exactly the same. He knows that it's the curse. But his daughter isn't. That is his curse, not being with his daughter and knowing that. That sick little blob. I'm trying not to swear on this channel. So, she separated a little girl from her father. That is sick. Girl, you mean. You mean, girl. Girl, you mean. What am I doing? So, anyway, now, the evil queen, she alright, she fine, she good, she's a good villain in this season. Now, as the show will go on, she actually becomes more of an ally to these characters. Acting more like family. Family, I like the family. Yeah, I like the family too. So, anyways, now for the original characters is Emma, our main character, the daughter of Snow White and Prince Charming. She doesn't know that this is all real until the very beginning of the final episode of the season, where she's like, "Oh, there's no, huh? Henry just took a bite of this apple stuff. He's in a coma. How is it possible? But it's like magic." I know. Poor, she believes in the magic stuff. Now, Henry, he's just your average kid who no one understands. His two moms and therapist always giving him commands. Oh yeah, Jiminy Cricket is like a therapist in this. Also, he originally was a human, then the blue fairy turned him into a cricket because he wanted to. And then at this curse, he turned back into a human. And then later on, when he returned to the enchanted forest, he turned back into a cricket. And then when he returned to the cursed world, he turned back into a human. And then I assume he turned back into a cricket later on. I don't care. So, anyway, Henry's just a normal kid who believes that everyone's a fairy tale character. Also, Pinocchio arrives. About halfway through the season, Pinocchio arrives on Good Motorcycle, who is going by August, and pretty much just saying that he's a writer. he writes a section of Henry's book, which made him believe that everyone here is a fairy tale character. And he and Pinocchio added his story, but he didn't leave an ending. So Pinocchio brings Emma to like, hey, the two of us went out of this tree, and two of us went out of this tree the day you were born. It wasn't on an alleyway, it was a tree. And I looked like I was gonna get beat up in school. Yeah. So anyway, boys. This, also, Prince Charming had pretty much just been in a coma since the very first day of the curse. Until a few days after Emma come, he out his coma. And he then starts having an affair with Snow White. Which is okay since, well, Snow White and Prince Charming, they're supposed to be together. Yeah. Thing is, the boy's already married in this curse life. Her name is Catherine, who is the daughter of the dude who can turn stuff into gold by touching him. I forgot what his name was. And to be honest, when I first watched this season over a year ago, I didn't notice that it was that dude. There's actually a lot of stuff that I just forgot about. Like, the whole, like say around season 15, Catherine disappears, so everyone assumes that she is dead. Since they found a jewelry box with a human heart. It has Snow White's fingerprints on it, and it has Catherine's heart in it. So, plus it's Snow's box, and a knife appeared in her apartment. So, everyone thinks that she's the killer, except her very closest friend. And even Prince Charming, who is going by David, thinks that she's the killer. But to be fair, David did find a memory of him telling her not to kill her. So it was the wrong memory. It was a different time. She was gonna kill the evil queen, of course. So, and now let's talk about the series finale. The season finale. We're not going to the series finale yet. The season finale features Emma finally believing, and she teams up with the evil queen to fight Maleficent, who's been turned into a dragon. And she has to cure your true love in her gut. And the thing is, Maleficent doesn't look like herself. She's a little more sparkly than I remember. Yeah, no. But Rumpelstiltskin is like, ha! I'm gonna get this true love right over here. Yink, it's mine. I wanna bring back my love. I want my true love, Belle. He gets Belle. But then, Emma kisses Henry on the forehead. The true love kiss breaks the curse. Everyone's back. They're free. They got each other. They're lovins. And even Rumpel got his Belle. But wait, there's more. Rumpel takes the true love, dips it in a well, farts in a well, and this purple smoke comes there. And apparently, it's magic. Want to know my final thoughts on the show? Tune in tomorrow for part 3, the final part of this video.